To quote Al Pacino from Godfather 3, just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in. And I mean that in a good way. I mean it in a good way. Because the show's back on track now. After the horrible dumpster fire we had to put up with last week. This week we got an awesome episode to talk about. Featuring a cameo from Captain America. Voiced by a very special someone. So, yeah, let's not waste any more time and dive right in. What's up? What's happening? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Animation Station. This is for anything for animation, including TVs and movies as well. I am your host, Jackson Small, and of course, we're back to the TV side because now we are talking about X-Men 97, Episode 7, Bright Eyes, the final episode before the big 3-part finale of the season starts next week. I went into this episode with bomb barrel expectations because last episode was a steaming hunk of crap, so I didn't really know what to expect with this one. And I was pleasantly surprised to find out we're back on track again just in time for the finale. Great. Yep, awesome episode. Let's dive right into it. As the X-Men hold a funeral for Gambit, the funeral for Gambit is amazing, by the way. Like, this episode, it starts very touching and sorrowful. Rogue angrily searches for Gyrick and Trask after gaining information from Thaddeus Ross and Captain America, who comes to visit her in a little snow mountain. And let's talk about Cap for a second. First, his design. His design is very classic. It looks pretty cool. 2, it is cool to even have Captain America in this show. And 3 is the voice actor they got for him. Now, when I first heard that Captain America was going to make a cameo in X-Men 97, my mind immediately went to, Roger Craig Smith. They're going to bring in Roger. They're going to throw it back to the Disney Marvelverse animation. You know, like Avengers Assemble, Ultimate Spider-Man, stuff like that. But they didn't go that route, surprisingly enough. And at first I was a little bummed. I'm like, I wish it was Roger Craig Smith. Roger is such a good Captain America. Like, if you haven't seen it before, look up a reel of him as Cap on YouTube. His voice performance as Captain America is fantastic. It is almost as iconic as his voice of Sonic the Hedgehog. Yes, I do not say that lightly. Who'd they get instead? Well, none other than fan favorite webhead Josh Keaton. Yes, that Josh Keaton, the voice of Ultimate Spider-Man. Spectacular Spider-Man. And who recently was Agent Spider in Invincible. So, yeah, they got him to voice Cap. And he's good, but he doesn't really have a lot to work with. Like, he does a good job as the character. He does a good job with the voice and the emotions and the inflections and everything that you want from Captain America. But he feels like he's lacking just a little bit of that unique personality. Now, yes, I get it, that's nitpicking because this is just a cameo. But, I don't know, something about the performance felt just a little bit off. He does a really good job, though. I mean, he is Josh Keaton, after all. But, at the same time, again, damn it, I wish they got Roger Craig Smith. Roger did such an amazing job as Captain America. But outside of that, it's still Josh Keaton. Dude's still a great voice actor. I just feel like he's better as Spider-Man than he is as Cap. Maybe if Cap gets to come back in this 3-part finale, and we actually get to see the Avengers fight with the X-Men, which would be freaking amazing, maybe then I'll be convinced that he is a great Captain America. For right now, he's just really good and does a good job filling the role for the little cameo that he gets in here. Anyway, sorry about that. I had to praise Josh Keaton and also voice a little bit of my discrepancy. But it's still really good. It's still a good cameo. I just feel like it could be better. Rogue then finds Gyrick in Mexico and absorbs his memories. Yes, we see Rogue use her powers. And at first I'm like, oh, damn, she's about to kill him. But no, apparently someone stepped in and stopped her right before she did. Like, she took off her glove, put it next to his mouth and everything. Like, oh man, I never thought I'd see Rogue try to kill somebody. But after what she had to go through in Genosha, I can't say I blame her for being pissed. So, yeah, that was pretty shocking. But then Gyrick is killed later that night by a mysterious man who's working with Mr. Sinister. Because of course he's working with Mr. Sinister. While assisting in the recovery efforts in Genosha, the X-Men are contacted by Trask, who tells them that he is in Madripoor. They get Rogue on the way after she has a nice heart-to-heart conversation with Nightcrawler and has a little cry and then reunites for their team. And then Roberto and Jubilee visit Roberto's mother and tell her that he is a mutant. She asks him to keep the identity a secret because shareholder rich people stuff. In Madripoor, the X-Men learn that Sinister and a mysterious OZT organization have been developing a highly advanced Sentinel program. Rogue drops Trask to his death. Like, damn, in front of the X-Men. Rogue's starting to quickly become one of my favorite characters. Unknowingly activating programming that turns him into a human Sentinel hybrid. But, yeah, he still dies. Like, that is shocking. Like, one thing you would never expect any of the X-Men to do is kill somebody, aside from maybe Wolverine. But, no, Rogue, like, at first she saves the guy, and then she has a little speech, and then she just drops him, letting him fall to his death. Like, damn, I was not expecting Rogue to do that. But that really goes to show you how heavy in grief and just how broken she is right now. Like, anything could set her off. And while this human Sentinel hybrid Trask takes out most of the X-Men, Cable then arrives and defeats Trask with one electro grenade and explains that Sinister is working with a greater threat that they must stop. This threat is Bastion, who reveals to Sinister that Xavier is alive in space, and that Magneto, presumed dead in the Genosha attack, is also alive and is Bastion's prisoner. And just like that, another shocking death from this show is undone. First it was Xavier's, and now it's Magneto's. I mean, I had a feeling he wasn't dead, but come on, man. Really? You had to bring back yet another character this soon in season 1? Like, come on, man. That was just dumb. And the whole ending of Bastion giving Magneto a shave while he's tied to a chair with Purple People Eater playing in the background, that was just freaking weird. Like, that was such a weird, bizarre way to end your episode. Who knows, maybe in this 3-part finale we'll get some answers, but yeah, I'd say that's pretty much the entire episode right there. Rogue immediately makes this an amazing episode, but then you have all the other plot stuff, you have a really well done, touching funeral scene at the beginning, a very mournful, sorrowful tone throughout, and we get to see Rogue kill somebody. And then we get a cameo from Captain America. So, yeah, it's building up to something pretty great. I'm really hoping Disney sticks the landing on this and doesn't just fall on their face like they love to do on their shows. But, thankfully, they do have me back on board again. For now, at least. Final verdict for this episode is an 8 out of 10. The ending does knock 2 points off of it. Like, if we took that crap ending out, this would be a 10 out of 10 episode. It was that good. But that ending, it just frustrates me. Not only that, it's so bizarre and weird, and it doesn't feel like it belongs in the same show. Like, I get it. X-Men are bizarre and weird. I get that. But it still just feels out of place. Who knows? Maybe that's just me. But, yep, that's going to do it for this episode review. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos like this almost every single day. And stay tuned, because next up we have the big 3-part finale next week. Starting next week, we have the big 3-part finale of Season 1 of X-Men 97. And my thoughts on the show so far? It's pretty good. But it has 2 really bad episodes. Episode 4 was bad, and Episode 6 was really bad. So, But outside of that, it's pretty much been bangers. There have been some great moments, some great writing, some great dialogue, some great character moments, and some pretty shocking deaths, as I have something in my eye, apparently. Will it deliver in its final 3 episodes? I hope so. But as of right now, it's still a really good show. Still recommend it. Just skip over 4 and 6. Those 2 episodes are garbage. But outside of that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time when we begin Tolerance is Extinction with part 1.
We cannot take it anymore. The time has come to go. Prepare to fight. We're ready for this. I really hope that I'm ready for this.